Oh, here we are. Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner. The biggest gob in sport. How you doing, Andy? Are you there, Andy, lad?
All right.
Good man, how are you?
Not bad, yourself. Turn my music off.
Yeah, what's that you've got on, Andy?
Johnny Cash.
No, I'm on about that red thing you've got on your t-shirt. What is it?
Oh, I think that's a Ferrari t-shirt.
It looks like something.
Bought it off you. You like something? What? Sorry.
It looks like something that Kent would wear.
Kent. Does he like Ferraris?
Kent likes anything.
I thought you'd have missed.
Car he drives.
What was that? Nissan Micra he had or something?
I'm not sure. I think it was something like that, or an Audi or A1 or something.
Ah, he's a good man, Kent.
Women love him, men want to be him.
I'd like to have his knowledge.
You know, tell me. Well, what you need to do, you need to go to bed at night. We a book from library called boxrec.com.
Just memorize it. Have the audio book of Box Wreck playing on your headphones.
Well, Kent's a very bright fella, you know, Kent. Very bright fella. He does a lot behind stuff with Peter Fury. So he's...
Does he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's not a cabbage. He's not...
No.
No.
I didn't think he was. He comes across, you know.
Peter wouldn't take him on if he wouldn't have him sending him bits and bobs and blah blah if he were not up to much. Do you know what I mean? So he's all right, Ken.
No.
Good boy. Gets a bit of stick. Obviously, you know, he's not Mr. Saturday Night, is he? You know, you couldn't imagine him going to a pub on a Saturday night and saying 2 packets of lager, sweethearts. We sat on a packet of Porky's while you at it and get there one behind Marsh. He looks a bit miserable. You couldn't imagine him doing that, could you? You know what I mean? Like more here.
He's a good guy though.
Yeah, he's all right. I like Kent. He's he's popular amongst the people that come on the channel, and then if people don't, if people leave comments and they're not as nice as what other people live, so what? They're the ones hiding behind the keyboard, aren't they? Or going on live chats and acting goat. Do you know what I mean? They really want to do what? Listen, 90% of them on here who come on and have a comment. You know, I get people on a daily basis, right? Somebody said something to me this morning in an email. Oh, I've got some information about so and so and so and so. You need to do a video on this. So this is what I say to them now when they come out with that in emails or on comments. I have to tell Cameron, so make sure you leave them ones for me. Leave them and I'll reply to them. I say this. Well, you're more than welcome to come on Zoom and tell me, showing your face, what you've heard. And then if we're going to put it out, we can do it together. And do you know what, Andy? I don't get any takers when I say that, mate.
Never turn up. Ass falls out though.
Listen, mate, it's easy to email somebody or leave a comment and start a rumour off or something that's not true. So when it's something really, really important and they say, listen, Porky, I've saved this for you because I like your channel. I've been watching from day one. I want you to put a video out about this person in boxing. It'll be somebody in boxing who wants to have a dig at somebody else. So I'll say, oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if it's that important, why don't you come on with me and we'll do it together? And let's have a look at you while we're at it. I don't see the same energy once I've sent that text off.
That's it. Oh, they might come on with a scarf round their head going, leather jacket, leather jacket.
Oh, like that lunatic will come on the week with me and you. Do you remember him? What were all that about?
Biscuits.
Hey?
hobnob biscuits.
What we're all on about? We're going on about hobnob biscuits, and you see some of them take
Leather
it
jacket.
apart, haven't they? Hey, listen, mate.
That's
Everybody's
mad,
got a comment about my clothing that's here, but do you know what? They'd love me to send them something in post, wouldn't they?
That's it.
You what, mate?
Did you get your box yet? Did you get your box
Oh,
yet?
it said somebody signed for it next door, so I'll get it in morning.
Yeah. Your neighbour.
I'll get it in
Get it
morning.
tomorrow.
I got there this evening. It was shut. I then got there tonight.
Once you get it, I'll explain it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got
Once you get it, I'll explain everything to you.
It's you've not sent me a penis reduction kit, have you? Because I won't know how to work that.
No, nothing like that. Nothing seedy.
All right then, mate. Okay. How you been, Andy? All right.
All right, aye. Had a busy day.
Yeah. Is it cold up there where you live?
No, it was a beautiful day today. We went down to St Andrews today, which is on the coast, on the Fife coast, and it's beautiful. Quite windy, but beautiful sunshine, and there was a big golf tournament on.
Isn't it? Is that West Scotland, that Fife?
That's on no, that's east. It's on the Fife coast, Fife coastline. St Andrews, that's the home of golf.
Where's Ayrshire?
Golf,
where's that Ayr? Is that West Coast?
That's on the west coast, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I went as a kid. Butlins, isn't there?
Butlins, yeah. I remember going there. Well, we used to go Ayr, but not to the but. You go to the Butlins to use like the swimming pool and that, but that's a long time ago.
That was like 50 years ago. 48 years ago.
45 years ago. Yeah.
I'll tell you when it was.
It's probably not changed.
Bay City Rollers were in charts.
Oh, they were big. They were mega in the 70s, weren't they? Big stars.
Your neck at woods, aren't they?
Yeah, I can't remember, but it might be Dundee or they were from, or I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I'd have to look that one up. But they were big in the 70s, huge. But they never made any money though. I think the manager, he ran off all the money.
Yeah, he did.
He got done over.
Right. Adrian Mole's show last night on Sky Sports. What do you think of it?
Yep. That was quite interesting. Was it an upset with Jack Cullen knocking out Mark Heffron?
Yeah, I'd say that's an upset, mate.
An upset, and Adam Azim, I thought, boxed well. That was a live wire. He was fighting the Ukrainian guy. I thought that was quite a good fight. And Big Freeze and Dave Allen. Dave Allen. Disappointing. But he was getting hit with low blows. But was he making a meal of it more than what he could have been? But I don't know. He wasn't offering much the first few rounds, was he? He was just kind of blocking and moving. He wasn't really throwing much, was he? Then he started throwing a few overhand rights, but Big Freeze kind of boxed within himself, didn't he? He boxed steady, didn't he? I thought.
The Dave Allen situation.
Strange ending to the fight, yeah.
You know, whatever I say on this, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I don't say no, you bottled it. Blah, blah. If I do say no, it's because you're not speaking to Big Ron and Dave Allen, you don't speak to him. Blah, blah. I don't see Dave Allen, don't live far from here. I can ring Dennis anytime I want. Go around and terrorise him. I'm too busy. But
yeah, was he getting a bit animated at the ringside?
Hey?
Was Dennis getting a bit animated at ringside? I heard Big Freeze made a comment about him, didn't he?
Right. Dennis. Right, this is how I look at it. Dennis has signed Dave Allen a few years ago, right, on a 6-fight deal. Right, he's had 4 fights with Dennis now. Right, so he's got 2 fights left on a promotional deal. Now, this is where the waters get muddied. So Dennis has got a 6-fight deal with White Rhino, promotional deal. White Rhino is his own manager, right? But you've got
Right.
TalkSport and commentators that saying Dennis is the manager promoter, which he can't be. Only be one, right, of Dave. So he's obviously got a deal with Dave over 6 fights. He's now got 2 fights left on it. So Dennis has had a deal with him. Mate, I can get you on Sky, he'll have said. And this is what I want. He'll be having a slice at cake. So he won't be bothered. He had to put the show on, Dennis, has he? Right.
No.
Oh, you're with me now.
No
Yeah?
overheads.
You understand where we're going with this
Yeah.
now, you're right. When White
Yeah.
Rhino signed with Dennis, right, I wasn't speaking to Dennis. Right? I wasn't speaking to him then. But when he signed with him, when I got speaking to him, when he came here to see me after when I was ill, he come to see me. I not spoke to him in a couple of years. I said, how come he signed with you? He went, well, where are we going? He wanted 6 knockovers to get back in mix. But Dennis, in my opinion, and he hadn't said this to me, Dennis would have looked at it and thought, as soon as he gets a couple of wins, he'll have begging bowl out on social media, which is what he did, didn't he? This is what he did. He said, no, I want to take my time. I'm having 6 knockovers. That's what it's going to take, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he's had 1 or 2, he was off and running in his head, wanting to go back to them money and match room.
Yeah.
But Eddie Mills has stood firm, hasn't he? He said, no, not bothered. You've got to show me.
Was he trying to get a fight with? Was he trying to get a fight with Fabio Wardley or something at one point? Wasn't he?
Yeah, but he'd not been in with anybody to warrant that fight, but board to pass it.
No.
Eddie was saying, look, you've got to show us you're taking it serious and that. Well, you've just seen it, haven't you, last night, how serious he's taking it. Did you see his belly at weighing?
Yeah.
Right,
I noticed that at the weigh-in, yeah.
You telling me he's taking that serious, yes or no?
Nah, no.
Right. So this is
disappointing now.
This is how we look at it, right? Eddie's a millionaire, isn't he? Right. Dennis is a millionaire. He's been with Peter Fury, hasn't he? He's a millionaire. Dennis's partner with boxing, Crumpy, he's a millionaire. So they've all been messed about, haven't they? Basically, bottom line, haven't they?
Yeah.
Right. He's been with other trainers, other people, messed all them about. So basically, from day one, it's been messing about, hasn't it? He's coming out with statements like, oh, yeah, I were a moron before, but now I'm not. I'm taking it serious. I've got kids and I'm mature now. All right. So it's 50 months since you fought David Price, 50 months. And you're taking it serious. You're 18 stone 5, but you're taking it serious. No, I'm not having it. They come back for a few quid. He's one of them who don't want to train, but don't want to go get a job. Right?
Yeah.
Now he's going to get to a stage now where, in my opinion, and everything I've said on this has come true because I've seen it firsthand. He's going to get to the stage, in my opinion, where they're just dressing him up now to turn up for fights just to get any money. Soon it'll be, I'll fight that for $4,000. So the offers will be lower and lower. You know, don't you?
Yeah.
Once it sets in this, it's like rigor mortis. You know that non-training-itis. Me and Dennis used to call it. Yeah, he's got that non-training-itis. You know what they all catch after they've had a couple of wins and a couple of pats on, Mark? That's what Dave Allen's got. Don't want to train-itis. It's not his fault. It's in his makeup. It's in his DNA. No matter what you say to him or do, he might go have a flying 2 week, knock a stone off and look the business, be punching hard. But then he'll have a non-flying 2 week. Do you see where I'm coming from? So that's why
no consistency.
That's why Eddie washed his hands with him. And he knew that's why his head went all over the place. He knew when he turned that fight down at Greenwich when Jamie Moore drove all the way down. And then they said, oh, well, we haven't got you that fight because of this issue, but you're going to have to fight him for less money. Once he said no to that fight with Eddie Hills, and I told him this years ago in my kitchen, you mess him about, you'll be done. What's he done? He messed Eddie about, didn't he? And Eddie's had a look at it. Do you know what? He's a brass who'll work with anybody. He's not bothered what they've done or whatever, whether it's drugs, issues, PEDs, whatever. Eddie's washed his hands of him. But I think what started the rot was when Eddie let him down, when he said, look, I've been offered this off Bricktop. Can you match it? And he's gone, nah, knock him back. I'll match it down the line. Well, once he didn't match it down the line, I think he took his bat and ball home, Dave, and game were up.
Yeah.
I think his heart went out of it because they were just looking for that decent-ish payday, that one more. But then again, once they get that, they just want another and another and another. I mean, look at Savannah now.
Yeah.
She wanted to do MMA, didn't she, Savannah? But yet she tried it a few years ago and come back with a tail between her legs. So what's changed? It's because he's setting Nick career. She's having to chase Shields down. Dave Allen's at Nick career, isn't he? He's not a millionaire like Savannah. Savannah's looked after her money, hasn't she? Dave Allen's one note, and he knows that he ain't ever going to go get a job. So he's only got his social media and his name to trade on because he can't get out of bed, can he? So whose fault is it? The predicament? Is it his fault, Eddie's fault, or Dennis's? Whose fault is it?
Can only blame himself, I would say. But he can only blame himself, I would say. He didn't show any desire. I couldn't see any fighting desire on him there. He was just complaining all the time about low. Maybe it was a low blow or two, but he was looking for a way out. That's what it looked like.
Listen, he was looking for Big Frey. Right, he was looking for Big Frey's to hit him in nuts again. He kept offering him, more or less, we're offering him to punch him in nuts. He was looking to get punched in nuts to get him DQ'd, and Big Frey's were looking for Dave to gas. He's thinking he's going to gas any time or this is going to get stopped. And is that what we're up against? 20-stone man and a 19-stone man in the ring? Because don't forget, they'll have had a bit to drink and something to eat after weighing. They'll have been 20, and so you got 39 stone in ring. One of them's wanting them to hit him in nuts so he gets DQ'd, and the other one is wanting guy to gas. And that's it. That's British boxing. That's an Olympic bronze medalist. Olympic bronze. So that's like something that Larry Holmes couldn't even get to, and he were fuming about in 1972. But we've got it's Big Freeze with an Olympic bronze, and that's how he's getting. That's how he's getting it ring. And then he's carrying on, shouting about like he's some big G. He's won nothing. He's won now. He's a doorman. He's a Clifton Mitchell doorman. That's it. And he's at the EIS. And his next birthday, he's 33-year-old. There you go. 33 next birthday, him. It's Big Freeze. Big Caramac giant Easter egg. Pop, pop, bang. Hey?
Yeah, he needs to get a move on, He needs to get a move on. He needs to step up a level.
Because he's been mollycoddled up there. Hanging around Joshua for 4 years, then hanging around Joe Joyce for 4 years. Hey?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they could get him away from that EIS to go pro. He were glued to. He were glued to him up there. I thought he were working there at one point. He were there a lot longer. He were like a stool.
Him with the bricks.
Yeah, he were like a stool. You know, a stool side corner at bar.
Yeah.
Well.
But no, he needs to go for a British title fight now, doesn't he? At the least. He needs to get a title fight with Wardley. He was offered that though, didn't he? But it messed him about, didn't he?
Listen, right, this is how I look at it, right? He didn't want that fight with Wardley, and he don't want it now.
No.
Fabio Wardley had put him on planet Jupiter. And so would David Adelaide.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they're athletes and they're not carrying excess timber around. He's strutting about at 20 clem in that ring.
Too big, yeah.
Listen, mate,
way too big.
£9 and after that weighing is 20 stone. And let me tell you this, what he would have had to eat after his dinner and drink, that'd have been £9. So he's a 20 clemmer ring him. Big 20 stoner.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. They can't get the punches off and they can't get out way of him. David Adelaide would have lit him up last night, and Fabio Wardley did a lit pair of them up, him and White Rhino. Jesus, did you see the state of it? What was that?
Terrible, eh? Adrian Mole needs to be having a word with him, eh? He needs to, it's his show that's going on, eh? So it reflects on him. He needs to be sorting it out.
You got Dennis there, right? Going on about rematches, right? Dave Allen never won a round. And Dennis would have been, I don't know if this for certain, but I can assure you that Dennis would have been sat wetting his knickers, looking at Bricktop, screaming for a rematch with Desperate Dan Dubar. But what's that now? With Dennis yesterday, going on about rematches. White Rhino never won a 30-second block of any of them rounds. 6 rounds.
Hardly threw any punches.
6 rounds, 18 30-second blocks in them 6 rounds, 18. And he didn't win 1 30-second block. He didn't win, right, any of the 54 10-second blocks. Do you know what I mean?
No.
54 10-second blocks in a 6-round fight. And he didn't win 1 10-second block of that, mate. So what was going on? I don't know. Very disappointing. So how have they got grounds for a rematch? They're in Cloud Cuckoo Land, mate. Cloud Cuckoo Land. They cashed him out and got what they could out of him. They should say, right, go on, get your sin off then. 2 fights you've got left, there's no good to us. You're going to get go on your licensing. And that's what should happen to him. He needs saving from himself, Dave Allen. Because if you turn up for the fight of your life to get back in the mix, something you've been going on about now since the David Price fight, and you finally get there by hook or crook, whatever you've had to do via Moulton or whatever, and you turn up in shape like that, and you fight like that and don't throw a punch, are we all stupid pricks or something to watch this? Are we all stupid buying into this? Does he think he can just strut up, fat as a pig and not care? Do you know about people emailing me constantly moaning about it? Saying Dave Allen helmet at mum. He's an helmet. He had his chance. He got his big moment to get Andy, didn't he? And look what happened.
He's blown. He's completely blown it now. Eh? Nobody's going to take him seriously again at all. Everybody's given the benefit of the doubt up until now, haven't they? And I thought, well, maybe an intriguing fight, but we don't know what's going to turn up. But it's a huge anticlimax.
Listen, let me tell you this, right? If Dennis thinks they're going to get out at him again, he's out his mind. All it'll be now is, will you take 10 grand to fight Moses of Tomei? You know, the next up and coming on Bricktop show. You'll get in with him, and he'll look even worse. He'll not train. No, he'll not train. He'll keep getting knocked about, and there'll be 4 or 5 fights like that, and he'll go from something like 15 down to about 3 or 4, and then that'll be it. It'll all be over, and then he'll go missing a few years. He'll come back. And it'll be operation whatever. This time we're doing it properly. I've got even more kids, so I need even more money to take it serious. And listen, it's a tired old record. And you know when he wakes up at middle at night, because he'll wake up at middle at night over the next 2 to 3 days, sweating like a pig, thinking, oh, I could have been, I would have been, but all I ended up doing was saying I should have been. It'll be one of them.
Could have, should have, would have. Yeah.
Then there'll be that guy at the bar, you know, down in a drink, saying, yeah, I could have been a fighter. Yeah, but I just didn't take it serious enough. I regret it. And then it'd be one of them, and then it'll be he just lost. And you just go depression and all the lot. It's on its way now. And you know what?
Yeah.
He's got nobody to blame except himself. Nobody to blame whatsoever except himself. Because he was telling me he didn't quit. He quit. I know. He quit. Nobody's going to say it. Oh, he's tough. He's tough. Look, I don't care how tough they are. He quit. Same as Dubois. Quit. That's it. That's the bottom line. He got punched in knackers twice. They took 2 points off Big Freeze and then said, do it again and you're disqualified. He went and did it again, did he? So why didn't they disqualify? It's Big Freeze because the White Rhino had a genuine complaint. But even the referee, do you know what? I'm not even going to gear this win, Rhino, because Rhino were we're hanging on for that win money. We're trying to blag the win, didn't he? Really, you can't blame him. Listen, he's got that career that he's had, Rhino, not back door. He got him through cat flap, and he nearly pulled the DQ win off last night through cat flap, didn't he? I'm telling you now, he just got a win last night through cat flap. Didn't he? Could you imagine him? What grounds could they possibly... Can you imagine him going in front of the board, right? Robert Smith saying, stand up. Who we got here today? Dennis Hobson, Your Honour. Dennis is here. And he's got the White Rhino. David Allen with him. Help, David. Help, David. Oh, Dave Allen there stood in body warmer. Dennis stood in his Del Boy Peaky Blinder hat. And his 1986 cream Miami Vice blazer that he had on that doesn't even fit him right waist because he's 15 stone, I've heard. Not 13 no more, you're 15, Ron. So they're going front to board, right? Robert Smith's going to say, Dennis, what grounds have you got for wanting It's Big Freeze to give your man, the White Rhino, another outing on Sky? What grounds are the Dennis is going to go, well, Robert, my learned friend, he hit the White Rhino low 3 times, and after the second time they said they were going to disqualify him, and they didn't. All right, how many rounds did White Rhino win in the 6-round bout? None. How many punches did he throw? 5 or 4.
Not many.
We won't even want a round, were it? So these are the grounds that you want to rematch, Ron. Yeah. They're like there with begging balls out, aren't they? Like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, more. It was embarrassing.
More?
It was embarrassing. And do you know what? I've seen Big Ron high-fiving the garden and all that shower. How two-faced is that? It's like them ones that come to office and slag all the promoters off, innit? They used to come up to office, slag all the promoters off. And then sign and then go away and go back to the same people.
Can you make it up?
All the time, that's what they do. That's what they do. Horse, mate.
Big Ron's,
eh?
Big Ron's cozying up to the TalkSport jellyfish.
I know what Big Ron thinks about the Garden Jug ears, but yeah, he's cozying up to him. But yeah, majority of them got to look out for Andy or Hawes. They'll say one thing, then do another one. There's a few quid at stake. And that's just how the game works. It's a bit embarrassing, really. That's why a lot of them can't look me in the eye when they see me. Because you know what I always do? When I see boxing people and I know what they are, I'll look them in the eye me. So, all right, I'll look them straight in the eyeball. And they look away. Because they know, you see. They know that I know.
They've got no integrity.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it?
You know they've got no integrity.
I know they've got no integrity, mate. I've seen it with my own eyeballs. Seen it with them. I look at these people and I think, wow, Samayo, look at yous now. Soon as no goes your own way, you look how you're behaving. Look how you're turning your mates in. And crossing the pond, crossing the street. That's what they do, mate. Oh, and you know what I'm on about, don't you? Fucking no. Yeah, mate. But what you have to do, you have to put that to one side and listen to the bullshit that come out when they say, yeah, I've got to do what's best for my fighter. I'm like, yeah, all right. You mean what's best for you?
Yeah.
What
It's all about number one, isn't it, for them?
Yeah. So we spoke about White Rhino. He ain't never going to change. So that's him done now. I don't think he'll ever fight again. So he's discarded. Big Freeze 8-0. He moves on now, doesn't he? So we wish him well, don't we? Even though I don't think he's going to win a British title myself. I don't think he's got a British in him. I think it's all gone from him. I think
He needs to lose a couple of stone.
Hey.
He needs to lose a couple of stone and get a bit fitter, I think.
Well, you can't be getting in ring at 20 Clem. You've got to be getting in that ring at 17 and a half, aren't you, when you're them? Young lads like that. Yeah. Come on. 20 Clementines. What's that? Zhang's that, and he's 41. Look, Big Phrase don't win a British, right? Dave Allen's only belt he's got on's a snake belt to hold his jeans up, and I don't think he's got that. He might have pawned it. So that's him done. So, well, he's 15 minutes for up 4 years ago, wasn't it? They dug him up, haven't they? And you've just seen, haven't you? Where were all tickets? Where were all tickets that he sells, White Rhino? Thought he was this big ticket seller. Didn't do a ticket, did he? No. So that's them done. Then we've got Eubank. What did you think to that one? Eubank and Beefy.
Eubank and Smith. Well, before the fight, Paul Bruce was down here. We were talking about it before the fight started, and I thought, I didn't know what Eubank was going to turn up, but I thought if he ditches the Roy Jones style, because I never liked that, that's never going to work for him, and boxed at range, I thought he could maybe win on points, but otherwise I thought Smith would maybe win late rounds. That was my kind of prediction that I thought was going to happen. But I was impressed with Eubank. I thought he boxed well. I thought he was disciplined. He'd taken it seriously, got himself in good shape. Also made the weight properly this time, and I thought he did quite well. Yeah,
do you think
quite impressed. I thought he's probably boxed as well as a team.
Yeah, do you think, Andy, that the new song that everybody's going to coming out with soon is going to be "Go to Beaumac, he's the best, the Dark Lord." Beaumac,
big Beaumac, he's on a wave, isn't he? He's on a big surfboard, riding a wave of success.
I think
maybe a big surfboard. He's a big guy, isn't he?
Doesn't he? I think he just kept it basic. Some basic things. Some great trainers are like keep things simple, don't they?
Yeah. And he had the height and reach advantage, didn't he? And he's always thrown good uppercuts, Eubank. I thought, remember when was it Nick Blackwell he beat? I've never seen so many uppercuts land in a fight with that. That was quite brutal. That's a brutal punch. But no, he was effective.
Seen him spar Frotch and he stuck in first couple of rounds. All he did was stick uppercuts on Frotch's big beak. Going back donkeys, he got stuck into the Cobra in his sparring.
Frotch always rated him, didn't he?
Eh?
Frotch always rated him as quite tough, didn't he? I remember years ago hearing Frotch talking about Eubank Jr. and he rated him as being a tough individual.
10 years ago, like, wasn't it? When they sparred like 9 years ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
But he
needs to get a move on now, doesn't
he? Hey?
He needs to get a move on now, doesn't he? He's maybe he's woken up at last, but he needs to, if he's going to do anything, he needs to get a move on now. But I think he'd wipe the floor with Conor Benn at that. I think he'd stop Conor Benn.
Yeah, but Conor Benn just wants to get a few quid out of that job, doesn't he?
That's it. He's what is he doing? He's not even got a license yet, is he? What's happening there? It's
if Eubank's got any sense, he'll park Conor Benn up and say, "Listen, you messed me about. You that fight's always going to be there, but you need to get yourself sorted before we fight. You just need to put him straight on just something like that to him and make him wait, because where are they going now? They're going to try the best now matchup to sign Eubank. And to sign Liam Smith, because if they sign Liam Smith, this stops Eubank having that third fight, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think Ben needs Eubank, but Eubank doesn't need Ben. Eh?
Yeah, but I bet you any money that Eddie signs Smith and Eubank and gets them to put the third fight on.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Beefy Smith's that keen on Sky, and I know for a fact that the other guy isn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Eubank, aye.
Yeah, Eubank.
I'll be interested to see it.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And Eddie Hills has named
Eddie what?
Eddie Hills has named some new signings, isn't he?
He needs some. Well, they all do, don't they? Really, Bricktop needs some, doesn't he? Who's he got? Bricktop now.
Yeah.
There's nobody hanging about, has he? Yard's 33
No.
next. He's got a Commonwealth and an area belt. Moser Vatomo's only a babby, teenager, isn't he? Dennis McCann,
There's none in between there.
Yeah, Dennis McCann's been found out. Fury's mid-30s. Who's he got?
Dubois a quitter.
Dubois quit twice.
So that's a sad fact.
Don Charles says anybody who says he's a quitter, Don Charles is going to punch any man in the face who tells him, well, Don Charles, I'll tell you to your face. Dubois a quitter. He's quit twice and once on your watch. So what are you going to do about it, Don Charles? You're going to threaten everybody, eh? Big hard Don Charles, who left Eric Chisora in twice to get filled in by Fury.
Oh,
Eh?
Savage, eh? Bricktop had to jump in and stop it, you know.
Hey, left him in there, hoping he was going to get a lucky punch in. Oh my God!
Well, never going to happen. She never had the third fight. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? After that second fight, but the Gad thought he's a better fighter since then.
According to the Gad, Derek Chisora is a better fighter than 2014. His words. Yeah, what Tyson said.
God will say anything.
Did you hear what Tyson said to him when he said that? He
told him to shut up, didn't he?
Yeah, he told him to shut up. He said, shut up. It all went
Shut
quiet.
up. Swatted the Gad away laugh. Why, yeah?
Even Tyson, even that was too much cringe for even Tyson's tiny mind, wasn't it? Tiny like Billy Liar mind.
He told him straight there, didn't he? Hey. The Gadinator, he was what was he all about? Jellyfish, no spine, spineless. Him and Jug Ears and Simon Jordan's had his spine removed, I think, the way he's going at the moment. But
do you want me to send you another link, Andy?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, well then.